Welcome to the Dialed In Podcast. I'm your host, the official CRG, and today we talk about getting you off your ass and making sure you find and make something out of yourself. All right, so I'm gonna dive right in. First things first, you just gotta drop everybody around you, everybody that's toxic. You just gotta change your surroundings and really just build discipline. I mean, if you're hanging out with a group of friends that are constantly getting into bad shit, you're gonna get into bad shit. You're just manifesting negativity around you. Just change your surroundings. You really need to find real discipline. You got to tell yourself no at some points. You just got to make sure you stay on top of everything. If there's some nights, you work early in the morning, don't go out that night. Like if you know you're going to get hungover, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, don't do it. You really need to find real discipline. You need to connect with yourself. That's going to be the first way to really improve yourself as a human being, is really just finding out who you are and making real discipline. Changing daily routine, anything from like drinking more water to not smoking at certain times. Like I'm a freaking marijuana smoker. I have my medical marijuana card. And I've learned that when I smoke, like right when I wake up, obviously I'll get more tired and then I'll tend to be grumpy more throughout the day. So now I wake up, do what I said in other podcasts, wait to have my coffee, make sure I go outside. And then, the next hour or so when I'm fully awake, I feel good. I go and smoke and I feel great throughout the day. That high is amazing. So I advocate people, just change your style a little bit. Don't smoke right when you wake up, or make sure you get something on your stomach, or don't smoke certain times of the day. Just see what happens to your mood, see what happens overall. I'm not saying cancel it out, but, just try changing it up a little bit. Maybe take a tea break. Maybe try, if 30 days is too long, maybe try a week. Just go a week without smoking, see what happens. If you are, gaining a lot of weight and not muscle and you're going to the gym all the time, try a carnivore diet. Try eating strictly meat and rice, or try vegetable, try anything. Try fish and rice. Just work with a handful of things and see what works for you. Because at the end of the day, your body knows best. Your body does give yourself signs. It does not verbally talk to us, but it gives us some sort of sign, that we need to do this, or we need sleep, or you're hungry. So, you're just in tune with your body, you can really figure out what it needs. Like I said, I highly advocate discipline because that's the easiest way to make sure your mental game is strong and your physical game is strong. Another major thing for learning yourself, honestly, is through books and just your history, ancestors. I mean, at the end of the day, we all came from Africa. I mean, it's all proven by DNA. Every single human has some sort of DNA from Africa. So there's no reason for us to start this racial protest or, all this bullshit. Like it's really just a lack of knowledge in this world. If you just educate yourself, realize that we really are one. We might just look the same. We might talk the same. Obviously, we feel the same. But at the end of the day, we all bleed the same. We all have the same insides. We all die the same. We all go to the same place. So it's all about just learning, making yourself knowledgeable to your surroundings and the things around you. And that's another major growth to just being a better human, just knowing where you came from. Like I said, your ancestors, human origins. And if you're not into that certain like history stuff, I advocate just learning who you are. It can be through meditating. It can be just through going outside. It can be through reading a book. It can be through podcasts, documentaries. It can be anything that you find, interesting, anything that is likable to you. I will also say reinforcing your mind is, the biggest thing, to accept, different information, to be able to have an argument with somebody or a conversation, but not getting hostile. To see both viewpoints of a story or perspective, to put yourself in another person's shoes really does help. It helps you evolve, it helps you learn, and it helps you also handle situations in a completely different way. So, I just advocate just accepting knowledge, just accepting to learn, get into conversations, talk to random people. Some things that you have questions about, ask them. We have the internet. If you have a question about something you pass or something that pops up in your mind, look it up. Just educate yourself. There's no reason you shouldn't have a thought and dismiss it. Everything's important. Another big thing I would say for your mental health is, find your interests. Don't necessarily follow the leader. If everybody likes doing this one topic and you like doing something else, go do the other topic. It might be harder, but it's interesting to you. And that's all that matters. You're never going to want to work at a job you don't enjoy. It's going to be terrible. You're not going to want to wake up. You're going to be depressed. You're going to be moody. But if you have a job that you actually enjoy, it's the best job ever. You have a good connection with everybody. You're going to want to get up. You're going to be happy to go to work. You're going to be happy to get paid. You're going to make sure you work your ass off, and you're going to do the best job you've ever done consistently because you're happy with your surroundings. So just constantly find your interests, push goals, constantly go big no matter what. The worst thing that can happen is somebody tells you no, like you don't get hired or you fail on some sort of goal and now you have to try again. I'm not saying go out and take life threatening measures. Never do that. You never want to put yourself in a position to where you throw everything away. You don't want to take that final leap. Somebody says, hey, let's do this and let's do that, but you put in this amount of money for a business or a certain company, always make sure it's 50-50. Always make sure you sit down and think about your decisions. Always make sure you have a backup plan. You don't want to go invest in something and put all of your hopes and dreams into it to have it just, come down crumbling on shit, have your investment partner, bank on you and turn on you. You just constantly want to be on top of everything. Another big thing is, just never rush the process. The process, it is a process for a reason. There's a road that you have to follow for a reason. There will be ups and downs. You will have good times, bad times, but in your, fails, you will learn. And in your success, you will learn, you will learn no matter what. You just got to stay consistent, stay on that road, keep pushing no matter what, you just got to keep going. I know it's tough, anything can be tough. You're working through a goal. Life isn't easy. Like for a person, let's say like Elon to say, yeah, life's easy. It's easy for him to say. He's got millions of dollars, so just keep pushing no matter what. Manifestation's a big thing. If you put words out there, it could happen. Just make sure you stay consistent. Make sure you grind. Just make sure no matter what, you stay motivated. That's the biggest thing. Just don't rush into anything. College nowadays, it's super expensive and a lot of kids are going in and they're hating it. They're not learning as much as they used to. So, don't put your head into something you don't know about. Learn about it. Really find the topic that interests you. And if college is a great idea for you, then go to college. If trade school is a great idea for you, do trade school. If you want to do online courses, or if you just want to go do a 9-to-5 or start somewhere and try to get into a regular corporation without a degree, go ahead and try. Like I said, the worst thing they can do is say no, or you have to go and try again. So, just keep pushing towards your goals no matter what. Just be smart and really think about every final decision. That's the best thing that's going to help you along the road. Just make it like it's your last. Make beneficial decisions and always do what's best for you no matter what. At the end of the day, it's your life, it's your decisions. So, you always got to make the final step and the final decision on your partake. Whatever works for you, you got to do. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you out with the quote today. We got this episode dropping and another one on business. But today's quote is by 365 Mentality. Like always, you can go follow them on Instagram. But, I really did think this quote was really perfect and it was also really true. But, it fits perfect for this type of episode that we're doing today. The quote is, nobody is worth stressing over. Leave people behind. Go find yourself. The world is yours. Life goes on. And that kind of give me chills because it is so true. Nobody is worth stressing over. Somebody's going to turn their back no matter what, no matter you succeed or fail. Nobody's going to be there forever. Somebody told me this quote, people always are like waves. They come crashing in. They're there for a certain amount of time, but they will always drift away. So, with that being said, man, I appreciate you guys listening. You can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You are listening to the Dialed In Podcast.